Hey everybody, it's Marcus here today to talk to you about the Stormwatch function with your Tesla solar panels or solar roof and Powerwalls. As always, if you like what you're seeing, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll try and make more videos that hopefully you enjoy and find helpful. So you may or may not have noticed that last night, March 14th, Tesla actually updated the app to version 4.7.0. It was mainly aesthetic upgrades. They did add some functionality to Stormwatch. I was going to post this video the other day, but after seeing the update, decided I needed to redo it. They made the settings screen a lot prettier, just nicer aesthetics, and then they actually added the ability to opt out of Stormwatch events. So, starting off with Stormwatch, basically Stormwatch is a feature that Tesla implemented during bad weather events or in anticipation of bad weather events that allows your Powerwalls, and this is really the only situation where your Powerwalls will charge off the grid, to charge themselves in anticipation of losing power. It uses National Weather Service alerts, and I'll show the list here. These alerts can be anything from a hurricane watcher warning, tropical storm watcher warning, red flag warnings, which is a high wind, low humidity event that typically causes fires here on the West Coast, thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings, winter storm, blizzard, high wind, ice storms, snow squalls, wind chills, floods, flash floods, coastal floods, or lakeshore floods. Previously, they actually updated this list kind of recently. There were wind advisories, which is what we got around here. We get 30 to 40 mile an hour gusty winds called the Delta breeze. Those typically don't knock out the power around here, but it would cause the system to go into Stormwatch mode. So it would start using the grid to charge when I really didn't want it to. One of the caveats with Stormwatch is that whenever those alerts go off, it does charge from the grid. Using solar as much as it can, but if there is no solar, it's purely the grid. So if that's during one of those peak times, you're going to be charging a lot, using a lot of power from the grid during peak times, which can get expensive quickly. So I didn't really like that. I turned it off. But the thing that Tesla actually added with the new update is the ability to opt out of these Stormwatch events when they happen. Typically when they'd happen, it'd just tell you what was happening and then you could turn it off, but it took a couple minutes for it to reply. Now it looks like they're gonna give us early warnings here, and then you can just opt out of it. I'll show you the screen here. And so once you opt out of it, your system will go back into normal function. However, if you do find a situation where you maybe want Stormwatch functionality, but there is no National Weather Service alert to trigger it, what you can actually do is just set your backup reserve all the way up to 100%, and the system will charge as much as it can to get you up closer to that backup reserve level. You'll use the grid for your house needs, but it will use solar, any available solar, to try and charge that up there. So to turn on Stormwatch mode, it's actually really easy. I'll show you here. All you need to do is go to that home screen for your solar and Powerwall, go down to settings and then Stormwatch, click that radio button on. From there, anytime there's an event, it's gonna pop up a warning and notification on your phone. It'll also have a little banner here you can see, and that will pop up. You can click on that and see the details or opt out if you need to. Like I had said before, the benefits to Stormwatch are that it allows you to keep a low battery reserve level so that you're using the most you can out of your Powerwalls during the day using solar in the Powerwalls instead of using the grid. But it also gives you that benefit of when there is going to be an event that you would want to use the batteries for, it will charge them up beforehand so that you can fully utilize the batteries and not lose power. The caveats being with that is that Stormwatch will activate whenever a bad weather event comes through. It doesn't matter if it's off-peak, partial peak, peak pricing, it's going to activate, it's going to draw from the grid as much as it needs to charge, and so that can get expensive quickly. However, you have to balance that with the chance that you might lose power. So, in some cases that may be worth it, and some maybe not. I've had some of the wind events earlier in the day where, we're getting basically full solar and it still is using the grid to charge, which I don't like. So in that case, I turned it off. However, with the new functionality where we can actually opt out of these events, I'll probably turn it back on because that really, really helps. As always, if you like these videos, if there's anything you want me to go over, let me know. And please hit subscribe and like, and see you again soon.